Hey there guys, welcome back. Well, we have the Amorphophallus Konjac. It's starting to look a little bit yellow. I've been wanting to do an update on this one, but I don't know, I haven't gotten around to it. For whatever reason, I don't know. You've seen it in some of the videos, and I kept saying, oh, we're going to focus on it, blah blah blah, anyway, before it comes inside. Well, it's coming inside today. As I spin this plant around, you'll notice that the cold is starting to get to it. It's yellowing, it's looking gross, it's doing whatever it does. These leaves were supposed to be standing straight out. They're no longer doing that. So anyway, I'm going to cut it down. Actually, I want to bring you in a little bit closer. I want to show you what the stem looks like. It's pretty darn cool. So here we go. Here's the stem. Look at how cool that is. Look at the color of it. It's very, very dark. It's very smooth. I have some other types of arum type lilies that like these. What do they call them? Voodoo lilies. And a lot of them I call the giraffe plant because it reminds me of a giraffe's neck, and it's all spotted and well, looks like a giraffe to me. So this one is a little bit different. It doesn't really look like a giraffe, but it looks really, really cool. Kind of looks like a palm tree. I love that about this. So what's going on here in the soil? I think we've got little baby bulbs starting. There's one here by my finger. I don't know if you can see that. And it looks like there's one by this finger here. Very, very cool. Oh, and one over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut this down today, and then I'll bring it inside and I will show you, well, we'll unpot it. I'll show you what it looks like in the soil. I wonder how the bulb has grown. I know that the stem here is much larger than it was last year. It's very large. So anyway, I'll put you back on the tripod and we'll cut this down. Alright, so here we go. I'm just taking my pruners. These are cleaned off pruners. And I'm just going to chop them down maybe 5 or 6 inches from the soil level. This one is going to be a little bit taller just because my pruners won't reach around it. This little baby one I'll still chop down. And it appears like I have a freesia here. I don't know if you can see it. Let me lift the pot up here. I've got a little freesia. Do you remember the freesias that I tried to grow from a bulb and nothing ever happened, and something started digging up the freesias, and I'm like, oh, whatever, I'll just put it in wherever. So I guess I stuck a freesia bulb in this pot and it's starting to sprout. So I'll have to pot that up somewhere and hopefully get some blooms out of it. But anyway, stay tuned and I will we will unpot this, see what the bulbs look like. Okay, so it's been about a month, and the Konjac has now died right down. As you can remember, we cut it back. Well, you saw the video just attached, so you do remember. So I'll bring you in a little bit closer, and I'll show you what's going on here. We're going to take it out of the pot and see how big the bulb has grown, and then we'll store it for the season. Okay, so in the pot, I noticed just resting on the surface were these. These are actually little baby corms, little nuts that were growing from the plant. These are going to form little baby konjacs. So I'm very excited. We'll store these and we'll grow them next year and watch them grow into adult plants. So set those off to the side. This is a freesia bulb that a little animal had dug up out of the original pots, and it was just laying on the deck, so I ended up putting it in the soil to grow. So it's just I'm not even going to say it's a volunteer, it's just in there. Set it off to the side. I might plant it somewhere else. Oh, there's another one of those little corms here. They're everywhere. Don't want to get rid of them. Heck, maybe one day I'll do a giveaway of some Konjac corms. Look at them. They're all over the place. I don't want to lose any of those. That's pretty cool. Little nuts all over the place. There's 2 more. Anyway, let's dump this out and see what we got. Ew, we got a spider in here. Anyway. Let's get on with it. Dumping this out. want to save the soil. I'll actually bring you back in just a second. I'm going to go through the soil and see if I can't find any more of these little corms. Okay, so I got it out of the soil, and I don't know whether you can remember, but when I planted this one, this is the main one. When I planted it, it was, I'm going to say it was close to this size. And now, look at the size of that. I'm going to have to give it a new pot, like a bigger space next year. Let me pull this pot that it was in out again. Put that here. Look at, it's gigantic. It's almost the size of the pot. There's a couple of inches on either side. I could potentially grow it in this pot again next year, but I would risk the bulb doubling in size again and not being able to get it out. So next year I will have to go back to the drawing board and figure out how I'm going to plant this thing. But that's really awesome. Look at it. I'm going to say that's about 5, maybe 6 inches deep. And it's about 6 or 7 inches across. These ones are probably 3 inches. And they've got a good depth to them. So these are the 3 that I started with. Actually, I think I started with 2. The one main one, and I think it had the 2 offsets because I remember in the video it reminded me of the Starship. So it had the 1 and then the 2 arms that came off. So this one might be just a bonus as well. Not 100% sure. And then I've got all of these babies here. I don't even know. Next year I will definitely do a sale on these or a giveaway. I haven't quite decided. And this will be to all my Canadian viewers because I can't ship these things across the border without having them take it away. So rather than wasting everybody's time, I'll send it to people in Canada. I know there's a bunch of us here in Canada that would like to try to grow these things, but don't have a supplier. So anyway, maybe look for that in the springtime. Watch for my Facebook page or the YouTube channel to see when these will become available. I definitely don't have space to grow all of these, so I might as well let you guys have an opportunity. I'm not going to ship them yet. Obviously it's getting cold here, but give it some time in the springtime. When they start to show signs of life, I might start growing them in small little 2-inch pots and be able to ship them out as growing plants, or I might just send them out as dormant tubers or corms. So anyway, stay tuned. This is amazing. I'm going to store this like I did with all my other bulbs. I'm going to shake it up, let it dry like this. It's still a little bit damp. Shake it in some fungicides, and then I'm going to leave it in a paper bag. Or I could just leave it on a shelf like this over the winter time. Checking on it from time to time, making sure that it's not dry or that it's not molding or anything like that. So anyway, stay tuned for more updates. Happy growing, everyone. So here are the seeds. They're really cool. Look at them. They got a little tuft on them. A little orange tuft. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do the paper towel method.